Bradley is slow. And, well, we got something to fix that. All right, so if you guys have been following the channel, if you haven't, you're square. This is Bradley's Saleen S281. We Terminator swapped this thing, so it's basically a Saleen Cobra. We got this 2.8 liter Kenny Bell on here. Got a pretty good deal off the rip. Put it on, made 700 horsepower. We're gonna be yanking this thing off, and we're gonna try something a little bit different. Feast your eyes on a VMP Gen 3R 2.65 liter blower. And we're gonna find out, is the TVS going to make more torque down low, be snappier down low, and make some more power up top than this old twin screw 2.8 liter Kenny Bell? First, we got to do some work. We got to pull this blower off, swap this guy on. We also have the VMP GT500 throttle body and elbow. I mean, the elbow and everything on this blower is pretty big. There's cold air, I think, is a little bit bigger than the JLT that we got on there. I think we're going with that one.
Since we've done this once or twice.
We've done her a couple times. I mean, the last incident, we might not want to talk about the last incident, but we're just going to pop the belt off. Get the little stuff out of the way. Pull this back out of there. I think we're also swapping the lower pulley. We're going to put a 2-pound lower on it.
I think that's the plan.
A little 2-pound lower.
Because right now we have a 6-pound lower with the 3.5 upper on this. Yep. And based off the math that we did, we're going to have a 3.0 upper on the VMP. Yep. And we just have a 2-pound lower. So that's just what we're working with. Struggling to get this freaking blower off.
Yeah, that was a lot.
We're
sweating.
I don't know
why it was.
I don't know why it was stuck either.
There she goes. Yes, sir. Pull her right out, brother. Flip her around.
Flip her on over.
Careful on that gasket because we got a reuser.
So we've got obviously a stock Terminator intercooler core on this. Our goal is to just basically have this ready to go into the lower. Obviously the lower's all wet now, so we'll have to dry that up. Then tomorrow we'll slap this thing on. We're trying to already figure out belt size so we can get that right. Car's already sitting on the dyno, so
just ready to make a hit, dude.
Yeah, she'll be ready to make a hit pretty much as soon as we've got this thing all set up. But the blower, as far as I'm aware, already sold, so that's the whole reason I'm here doing this. Just a little bit work left here. I got to pull some other stuff off of that, like the map sensor and my IAC. Transfer that all over to this guy and then slap it on and put it back together. One of the questions you might be wondering is, why would you go from a 2.8 Kenny Bell to a 2.65 blower? This blower is bigger, right? And so in your mind, you're probably thinking, oh, this is going to make more power. There's more to the story than that. So Andrew's going to lift up here and let's just take a look here at this inlet here on the 2.8 Kenny Bell. It's not very big. It's pretty small. There's really not, you know, that much room in there. You can even look at the throttle body here, right? And you can see, I mean, it's a pretty good size opening, but when you come and look over here at even just the throttle body, right, that we're using, this is the GT500 style throttle body for the VMP. Look how much bigger that is in comparison. I mean, there's just a lot more air that's going to be going through there. And then let's take a look here at the elbow for the VMP. I mean, dude, just for some comparison here, I mean, look at how much more room you can kind of fit a hand in there, and there's some wiggle room. Dude, I can like put this on. Hey, yo. Hey, yo.
And really, I mean, look at this area here.
That area there inside the Gen 3R is
that's the entry to the rotors.
Is massive. And look, I mean, you can see 3/4 of the damn rotor right there. Despite it displacing, I guess, having a lower displacement number, it's just going to move a lot more air.
That's the theory.
At least that's the theory, right? So you also have to consider this Kenny Bell is a pretty old design that's been around for a long time.
It was designed back in what, 2002, maybe even like 2000. You know,
maybe
Kenny Bell was one of the beginning, you know, guys.
We'll even think about on all the SBF stuff too. I mean, even older than that.
So this blower design has been around forever, and this VMP unit is somewhat new in the 2650 rotors.
It's 21st century for sure.
Yeah.
You know,
the 2650 rotors came out in
2015, 2016 area, I think, somewhere around then.
I think somewhere around 2016, yeah, maybe 15, 16 is when the 2650 came on, and the 2650s use OEM applications, you know, like the 2020 GT500, and the 2650 rotors are awesome. The key thing here that we have that's going to hurt power is stock cams, stock manifolds on your car. We also only have 1,000cc injectors, so we're definitely pushing the limit there. We may upgrade in the future. One of the cool things about the VMP is we can actually do injectors very easily.
Yeah.
The 2.8, we would have to pull the blower to do injectors, but we can actually pull the elbow off and slide the rails up on both sides.
Right.
We've been making 700 horsepower on stock feed line and stock rails on this car.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone realized
So
that.
everybody that says that that's not possible,
Balling on a budget.
you're
here.
wrong. It can be done. It can be done.
It has been done, and for a while. So.
Right. Yep. So that's kind of a little bit of an explanation as to why we're going this route. Also, this deal on this Gen 3R was really good, so it's kind of hard to pass
The boy
up.
math is we sell the Kenny Bell for the same thing we bought the VMP for, therefore it's free.
That's right.
That's right, boy math. I'm ready. How do you feel about this?
I mean, we got to do what we got to do, I guess. And I just want to state here for the record that this is like, you actually have to do this. Maybe we should probably cover those up.
Yeah.
This is what we got to do. You know, to be honest, yours is already looking a lot better than this one did. So
Yeah.
I don't know what they hit that thing with, but that already looks a lot. I mean, that doesn't look that bad. It was already scratched up anyways.
Yeah, because
Weird that we have to do this. Yeah, kind of wish that they didn't have to, but don't break my sensor. I've only replaced like 3 of those on there.
what's your thoughts on the comparison there? You think we need to go more?
I'd say it looks pretty good.
Any lighter? I think it is. Is it really?
Yeah. Are you being sarcastic?
No.
All right, dude.
Not too bad.
We got a freaking Gen 3R on the Celine. I think it looks pretty sick. I know we were talking about whether the Kenny Bell might have looked better under the hood, but I think this, once it's like cleaned up the rest of the engine bay, it's like back together.
Comment down below.
Pretty good.
What do you like better, Kenny Bell or the VMP? Just the look.
Yeah, just the look.
We have a theory that the performance is going to be better. So, I mean, I think that was pretty cool because we did the Celine, you know, decal on the side, and you know, with the 2.8, you know, being the Celine blower at least for what, 15 to 17. But
Yep. I don't know, dude. I feel like this thing looks pretty mean in there too, so
it looks pretty good.
I like it.
Pretty good.
First fire up.
You want to show them the belt situation? We're having a hard time getting an 8 rib, so 6 rib for now. So the 8 rib comes in. Why'd you forget those? You had one job.
Yeah. Explains why it didn't idle up when it started at all.
Yeah, it was idling pretty low.
I was like, take two.
Huh?
Are the wheels still shot?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, that thing's sucking some air.
That thing is sucking some air. Ah.
Who tuned this thing?
Seven?
701.
701.
We're in the sevens still.
We're in the sevens.
We're in the sevens. Torque 660. Pretty much 657 wheel torque. 701 wheel horsepower.
All right, so we're making a few improvements to the tune. See if we can get that number up a little bit higher. It might need a little bit more boost to match the Kenny Bell in terms of the peak horsepower, because it is making less boost than the Kenny Bell. So we'll have to decide if we want to add some more boost or what. I mean, BMP's not too far. Might be able to convince this boy to go down and get a 2.9 or 2.8 pulley. Big gain.
733.
733.
677 pound-feet of torque.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's a big gain, you know, from some little tune changes.
Oh yeah, dude. That looks sick. Yeah. That's a real nice gain. I mean, 32 wheel, and it's
But
throughout the whole thing.
look here
pretty
though.
much. Yeah.
That's 47 foot-pounds of torque down there.
Oh yeah.
You'll feel that, and then even up here, there's a good gap holding, you know,
Oh yeah.
pretty good gap up there, and I think we got a little bit more room. So this is versus the Kenny Bell. The Kenny Bell was on like 25 pounds, and we have pretty much matched the torque down low, and then gained from 4,000 all the way. And I don't even know that we're done optimizing. So higher peak number, higher out here. I don't know, man. Seems like the smaller blower is kind of outshining.
Well, I mean, smaller, yes, but more efficient. I mean, we're talking about the Kenny Bell is basically a 30-year-old design that
So
hasn't really changed.
The question is, do you go get a 2.9 or 2.8 pulley?
I mean,
Jason Lang
look,
boosting.
yeah. I mean, look, BMP's not that far. We could hypothetically make a phone call and probably go grab a 2.9 or a 2.8.
All right, got a touch more timing in it. See if she makes a little bit more jam. We might be possibly going to get another pulley. See what it does. I have no idea. Whatever he said.
I was like, don't hit it.
It shot a little fireball out the back.
All right.
What we got?
737, 684.
Okay.
So a little bit of gain on that 1 degree, but
Nope.
I wouldn't consider that.
No, we did not. The only place we gained it, look at it. 1 degree more didn't do anything.
Didn't really do much.
Look where it gained it.
Oh, where am I looking here?
Look at the blue line. Look at the very end.
Very end, yeah.
It didn't gain anything.
Yeah, it's not really worth running that.
Nope.
So,
Was it making peak at?
It's making peak at the top, pretty much.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
So check it out. We're comparing to the Kenny Bell 2.8. Got 737, 684. So we have now the Kenny Bell everywhere with less boost, 2 less pounds of boost, better IATs.
Yep.
So we're at what, 130 degrees up top?
Yeah, somewhere. I mean, kind of high 120s, low 130s. On the Kenny Bell, we'd probably be in the 140 to 150 range.
126 at the end there.
Yep. It's pretty consistent too, every single
And
time.
you said you're also seeing lower IATs just driving around, not even in
lower
boost.
overall IATs. I think part of that is when I had the Kenny Bell off, I noticed just how they do the bypass valve differently on this. This is a lot larger bypass valve. I think it allows a lot more air to come through.
That kind of makes sense.
And also that inlet is way larger. The elbow is way bigger, so it moves a lot more air even just...
Yeah, so the blower does not generate boost in vacuum to the engine, but the
Right.
rotors are still spinning and generating heat.
Yes, yeah, and I think that also helps with just the fact that the rotors are way more efficient design. That's better.
They're also, in theory, should be lighter than the 2.8.
lighter. That blower's a lot lighter than the 2.8.
You know, I can't say for sure, but
Yeah.
I mean, you would think 2.8 liter twin screw rotors are heavier. You know.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, yeah.
I still would like to get the torque a little bit more spicy, like the Cobra. I just don't know if we're gonna be able to do it or not.
Well,
I mean,
we can go try a little bit more boosties.
We try a little bit more boost. Yeah, we can see what happens. We'll probably go get, because we got a 3.0 with 2 pound lower right now. I don't really feel like swapping a lower, but upper is really easy to swap. So we'll probably just go get a 2.9. Kind of waiting on a text right now back.
Maybe a
Or
2.8.
maybe a 2.8, maybe both, and we'll just experiment and see.
What's the game plan here? Oh, we got a grip tech too.
I just want to say in this video, my facial hair has gone through 3 iterations in the same video. So, well, here's the deal, right? We made 740 on the 3.0.
Dude, this thing's
2 pound
gonna
lower.
be spicy.
It's gonna be rowdy.
So we're adding at least 2 pounds, and we're also adding a grip tech. And a grip
Right.
tech might make more boost.
Make more because
Maybe we
won't
just
have-
do a hit to maybe like 6,000 before we send her to 7 to make sure, you know. I mean, either that or watch the boost number while we make the poll.
We make look. We know that on the hit, right? We're at like 18, 19. I
Yeah,
think.
we know we can take another 3 or 4 pounds there.
Yeah, down low. It's
Yeah.
up top where
top.
we run into stock cam problems. We run into, maybe potentially stock. Well, we know head bolts probably aren't gonna love that. Well, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this because this might be the end.
Let's not say that.
I hope not, but
Let's not put that evil on him.
I hope not. It's my car.
Yeah.
Like I would prefer to not.
So we just had some issues trying to get this pulley on, and we even stole Braxton's 2.8 off his 2.3 that's next door. We're doing a mega squirt on his car. Sorry, we borrowed it for a few seconds. We didn't run it yet. We were going to, but it did not work. And we just found that the Gen 3R, the snout is too large to run a 2.8. But a 2.9?
2.9 fits.
Is it probably the safer route? Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Especially because we only have a 2 pound lower, and while I very easily could, I could swap it to a 4 pound if need be instead. I don't really want to do that, so we're just gonna hope the 2.9 works, and whatever it makes is what it's gonna make, and we're gonna leave it there because that's probably a sign to just be happy, because we don't know what we're gonna get for boost
Yeah.
on this rig.
if you're ever doing a pulley, don't assume that it's correct, right?
Yep.
Spin it over after you tighten up the bolts a little bit. Obviously, you can hear that's good.
Yeah.
We're good. What's our guesses, boys?
I'm gonna say 25. I'm gonna say 25 psi. I say 25.
And what do you think for power number?
Oh,
though?
horsepower. I'm gonna say. You made 7. Okay, I'm gonna say 740.
Well, we already made 740.
I know. Well, but that was with the.
That was with it warm and less boost.
All right, I'm gonna go. Okay, I'll say 760. I'll say
Bump the
760.
number up. Okay.
I'll
All
say
right. That's
760.
a little better.
760 is what
I
was
think
thinking.
760 to 770 is very possible.
Torque, I'd like to see.
I would like to
dip
start
into
with a
the
7.
700s.
Yeah, that's what I would like to see too.
Which I think should be reasonable.
I mean, we're at 684.
Also,
we're very
We're
close.
switching to a grip tech, which all pulleys slip, right?
Yep.
Except these guys, they're designed to not slip. So
That's what I was gonna say too. Is you guys made that on a non-grip tech pulley, right? Before.
Yep.
Yeah. See, that's the difference too. That's a game changer. Because
Yeah.
Keith, my buddy, put a grip tech on, and there was no slippage, and it saw all the boost all the time. So.
Sheesh. Oh boy. Will it be more rowdy than the red Cobra though?
I don't know, that thing was spicy.
I know, that thing was so spicy. So
All right, big dog, I sent you a tune. Load that sucker in.
Yeah.
And stay in it as long as it's below 30 pounds of boost.
well, look, if this thing makes 30 pounds of boost, we have had serious miscalculations. I don't think that's gonna happen, but I think 25, maybe 26 is possible. I would like to be in that 24, 25 peak at most. 24 would be better, but I'm hoping to see a little bit more off the kit, get that torque number up.
Yeah.
That's what I more so want to see. I only saw 24. Oh shit, that's a lot.
That kind of looks like intercooler pump to me, or intercooler pump line or something.
It does, because mine is right there.
Yeah. Bradley didn't have the clamp on tightened up. Let's see if we can make some power. Bradley, did we not learn our lesson last time?
You did this, not me. I didn't make this.
All right, start this rig up. Send her, bud. I do
think. I mean, we started that pool at like 120 degrees on the IET, so it was kind of warm.
Well,
It's warmer than every other pool we've done.
let's
for our
give her a
testing.
little send. Let's test a little theory here.
All right.
All right, what do we got? Dang. Only a tiny gain. Dang it. But it sounded cool. We did gain something, but we did not.
Okay, well, 727.
We did gain something up top too,
Yeah. Okay.
but we did not gain what we had theorized we would gain.
We did not.
That 3.0 pulley, probably the one. All right, you ready for that good news, bad news type situation?
Yeah, I know it didn't pick up much, but I didn't chicken foot at that time.
Got any boost increase?
Well, 24 kind of, but not really. I mean,
No.
we're in that upper kind of 23 range, but it's not.
You know what I think we should do?
What?
We should put the 3-inch back on it and run it.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say we should spray with nitrous, but
Oh, baby! Whoa, hold the phone!
He said nitrous?
before we put the 3, because we already know what it makes with the 3.0. all
Uh-huh.
right? I think we have not given this much cooldown time.
Okay.
I think we should give it cooldown time.
Well, let's take this laptop out of here. Let's look at the log out there on the desk.
But I mean, we're keep it scientific here. We're starting roughly 15 degrees warmer than we did every other pool on Monday.
We picked up a little bit of horsepower removing the cold air intake. We reviewed the video and identified some slight sparks. So what we've kind of come to find out is people have not really ran smaller. I'm talking about the typical bolt-on Cobra at E85.
Yeah, and it seems like the 2.9 is the smallest size that BMP offers for these.
Yep. So we got a Grip Tech 2.9, and it uses this little shim here, but the actual barrel of this pulley was not rubbing or scraping the blower, but it did start scraping the blower under load.
Yeah, which I think is
because we saw the sparks.
Yeah, pulley got warm. Metal expands as it gets warm just a little bit, which explains why when we swapped the pulley, spun it before we, by hand. it felt smooth, and then once you got all the RPM, got some heat in it, it expanded. And you know, this is kind of similar to Cody's situation on his car when we were at Mon Nats. Actually, our first
exploded a
pass,
pulley, yeah.
because it rubbed, and it rubbed so much, it built so much heat. It had that pulley glowing, and it cracked. And
Yeah.
it locked up.
Well, I think that pulley, he was using an old one.
It was an old one as well.
That failed.
Yeah, it was kind of scary at the moment, but you know, Andrew's like, "Oh, your blower's probably fine." I'm like, "I know. Cody saw way worse, so
Yeah.
I'm not worried about it." You know, but we're just gonna throw the 3.0 back on.
It's a perfect. It's a perfect machine mark.
Right. So kind of interesting find. Does that mean that had we not had the sparks flying, that it might have made more power?
Well, we could solve that problem real quick with a 4-pound lower.
Yes, we could. We could do that.
And Bradley does not want to swap that lower right now.
I don't. I think we should just get a 3.0 run again with this. Just
Back it up. Back up to 740.
Call it a day. Where we are, we know that boost level is going to be safe for a long time. You know, I like the number. Not that I was really chasing a higher horsepower number per se with this blower. The goal was lower IATs due to higher efficiency, which we've seen both of those, but also because of that higher efficiency, we're making more power with a physically smaller blower. So, you know, we had the 2.8, now we've got the 2.65. We're talking about way newer technology here than we had with the Kenny Bell. And obviously it's showing, because I mean, we're making 740 on stock cams with stock manifolds on unopened Cobra motor. And I don't know about you, but I feel like that's pretty spicy. So I think we'll throw this belt back on, tighten up this pulley. We'll make a hit. Maybe we'll make a hit without the filter just to see if that's worth anything. We'll probably call it a wrap until maybe we can find a 2.9 in this older style that seems like it fits. And then maybe we'll come back and see if we can make a little bit more. But
We do have a dyno at our disposal.
yeah, that's the great thing is we can do this science literally any day we want. That's what really is nice about having a dyno. So this kind of helps us because we get to do cool stuff, but also helps you guys because you guys get to see us do stuff that a lot of people don't get the opportunity to do. So if you're trying to pick out stuff for your car, hopefully we help make it a little bit easier for you guys to decide what route you want to go on your stuff.
Honestly, 740, not bad.
Great success.
Great success.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I still kind of wish we got a torque number that started with a 7. But you know, I mean, it is what it is.
740. Oh, and the Starbucks is here.
Starbucks has arrived.
Oh, thank God.